Major moves. We going all in, like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.
Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys for actively deciding to spend time with me. I'm just a guy in a Spider-Man mask, a cool one I might add. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just providing information and content already on the internet, and I just read it and present it to you guys in a way that may reach you or may not reach you. Whatever the reason is you found my page, I'm grateful you're here, and thank you for spending time with me. Let's get into this.
What is up, everybody? I am Mr. Man, and I bring, you know what, like Dylon, I spit hot fire. Anyways, I got a quick one for you guys today. You bring a lot of facts, or bring a lot of evidence, should I say, and people still come at you as if they want more. They're just hungry. They're hungry for more. They're looking for empirical evidence. They want the Fed to say this specifically. Anyways, if you can eat that bread and put the breadcrumbs together and make that little piece of bread and then eat that bread, I mean, just follow the crumbs, okay? So, I'm going to show you guys, this is an old piece of information here. Where's my mouse? This is an old piece of information back in 2020 here. Remittance transfers under Electronic Fund Transfer Act was updated in 2019, I believe it to be. So, now that we know about that, I want to introduce you guys to the bankers' banks. And it says here, get to know us. Our goal is simple. We aim to provide unmatched banking and technology solutions to help you, your customers, and your community flourish. Who we are. As a bank for banks, our partners enjoy a wide array of banking and technology services backed by experts who will match you with the best solution to help you stay ahead of your competitors. Locations: Madison, Wisconsin. We serve banks through the Midwest with additional location in Chicago, Des Moines, and Indianapolis area. Most of our specialized services are available to assist banks located anywhere in the United States. This is not a commercial. I don't get paid for this. Anyways, now, this is going to be a short one, like I said. This guy right here. I want you to hear what he has to say and who he is, okay? Listen to this.
Folks on his team there as well. As Philip said, I'm also the executive director of PayCLT, which is a partner organization, or I guess we'd call it a partner organization of NIPay, but just really happy to be here and looking forward to the discussion tonight. So Todd, it looks like I pass it off to you from here.
Thanks, Dean. Excuse me, Todd Kern with Bankers Bank. Just a little bit of background about our organization. We are a correspondent. We process for about 600 community banks from 30 million to about 10 billion in assets across the upper Midwest. Last year, we processed about 843 billion in payments. We joined RTP June of 2021 as the first funding agent supporting receive, and then we started our journey to send with settlement and liquidity December of 2020. We are a FedNow pilot participant. And before I joined our organization, I spent 17 years selling for a variety of processors. So very excited to be here. Very excited about the journey to instant for financial institutions.
Perfect. So now that we know who this gentleman is, let's go to hear what he has to say. Okay.
It's easy for us folks in the payment space to talk about this fun word called irrevocability. The average customer doesn't necessarily understand that, right? There's been precedents on other rails, whether it's card, ACH, wires, etc., where unwinding, they've seen as something that's possible, right? Or probable in most cases. And so really thinking about how do you position this a little bit differently with your customer? And then to Dean's great point, putting those customer experience fail-safes those process fail safes in place to really help to minimize the number of times those quote unquote issues occur or accidents happen. So it's also something to think about. We talk to folks about that as they're being about it.
It goes back to education, like you mentioned, right?
Right.
Because there's legal and stuff around this that you really do want your customers to know.
And, you know, regs are very important in the banking space and
Regs are very important in the banking space. Very, very important.
Dean brought it up about clawback rights with ACH. You know, if you were one of my community banks that's looking to go to send, they're thinking about it from how do I maintain and grow my business relationships, which have lending relationships, versus what solutions am I offering my consumers? You know, most community financial institutions offer a P2P solution that's ACH based. So there's rights and privileges for the consumer, i.e. Reg E, it's ACH based. So there's rights and privileges for the consumer, i.e. Reg E, and that's ACH based. So there's rights and privileges for the consumer, i.e. Reg E.
All right. I.e. Reg E. Can you hear me? Am I on? Am I on? I'm on. Okay. So let's see what Reg E has to say. We're not going to read the whole thing, but Reg E. I'm going to go right to this here. All right. Again, remittance transfer under Electronic Funds Transfer Act, Reg E. I'm going to just jump ahead here and then read this one section. The Bureau has continued to monitor the remittance transfer market since the publication of the assessment report and observes that most of these developments continue to progress. Examples include the continued growth and expanding functionality of the SWIFT GPI tracking product, which can increase the amount of upfront information available to sending institutions, and the expansions of the major payment card network's capacity to support cross-border payments. The continued growth of fintech non-bank remittance transfers, providers, and their further expansions into partnerships and the relationships with banks and credit unions, which allow such entities to tap into the closed network payment system that non-bank remittance transfers providers have developed. Non-bank remittance providers. All right, it's not a bank. And the continued growth and expanding partnerships of virtual currency companies such as Ripple, which offer both payments messaging platform to support cross-border money transfers, as well as proprietary virtual currency XRP, which can be used to effect settlements of those transfers. That's what I got for you guys today. See you on the next one.
Making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.